I might have to grab another truck for the extra pulling power. I found a way to normalize the audio so it's all on the same level. Oh, really? That would be handy, wouldn't it? Why did that come off? Let's go to that tree then. Oh, it's because I pressed B, didn't I? Keep pressing B to come off the handbrake. Just need to play around with some settings. Fair enough. I trust you, dude. I'm sure you can make it work. Whose idea was it to come this way? Yeah, that's not what we wanted. Where the hell am I going to get past this tree? Who put this tree here? Dickheads. There we go. Now I need to get onto that one. And hope, just hope, I can get past here. There we go. I'm surprised I got the trailer through there, actually. But you want a winch? Yeah, alright. Go from there onto that tree there. There we go. Bill, you better not want any logs for the next couple of years. Unless you're building a log house, obviously, but hopefully you're not. I'm just going to take this tree out. Excuse me. Coming through. Right, I need to just bring my front round. The amazing turn circle on this is amazing. It's so good. Oh, I've got to get around the house now? Okay. Should be alright. Go wide a bit. Hopefully the trailer doesn't get stuck. Nope. There we go. Sorry, Bill. You're gonna lose your fence. I mean, I'll take that for now, but I probably won't do it. Okay, I'm glad I didn't come this way because there's not many anchor points here. I mean, there's a couple of trees to actually get up this slope. So, I think... I mean, that slope isn't too bad, actually. But, at the same time... Right, Forester's house just wants... one lot of logs. I think that's on the other side. I'm gonna get some fuel. I'm gonna need some fuel. We'll get the Longhorn to bring that fuel container up here. Yeah, I think both paths are equally pretty troublesome. I'm gonna clear the tree. Yeah, I am. Nice. Sweet. Yeah, with just one like empty and one trailer on it, it's actually not too bad. It's that third trailer that was kind of like slowing us down a little bit. Had a little bit trouble with it. Right, I'm gonna leave this trailer here, and I'll take the next lot up around to Bill. I need to refuel first as well, so... what's the quicker option? I'm wondering if... just recovering and driving back, maybe, might be enough. Right, attach the trailer. Do I want to do that? Longhorn's down there. No, it's not. It's here. Yeah, I'll sell that trailer. Grab that. Sell that. and then get another fuel tank and bring it up here. There's not another one around here, is there? I don't think there is. The fuel, anyway. I mean, there's fuel here, but you can't actually use that as a fuel. And this needs fuel as well. So, I don't know if the P16's got enough fuel to get back up to the logging station. So I might have to bring it all the way down here. Be interesting for the Longhorn. So I'm going to sell this. Go and grab that big one. Yep. Get a little bit of money back. Grab the big one, sell it so it refills, and we'll grab another one so you can refill both the trucks. I can't be bothered to recover those two logging trucks and drive them all the way back again. Might as well just take some fuel and do both at the same time. Oh, I can smell bacon and eggs. That smells amazing. Bacon and eggs. Thank you all for hanging out today. I really do appreciate your company and support. Hope you're enjoying some trucks in mud. Some logging. Some terrible logging. Attach that. I'm gonna back it out. No, back it out, not bounce it out. Boing. Bacon, eggs, mushrooms, and eggy bread. Or French toast, whichever you want to call it. They're actually two separate things, actually. Eggy bread and French toast. French toast is better. In my personal opinion, of course. Pleasantly surprised that just took that hill like it was nothing. Mind you, it is all-wheel drive with diff locks, so that is the difference. We are going to sell this. Before we do, though, I'm going to refill from it. Reposition myself. Right. Refuel. Thank you. Trailer store. Sell. Buy. Thank you. You're close to fixing it. Oh, okay. Fair enough, dude. Nice one. Ooh. Got a bit too fast then. Road tires can't really, not the road tires, the all-terrain tires or mud tires, whatever I put on this, can't really handle high speeds on the tarmac. Hello, Nat. Long time no see. 81 months. Thank you so much for the continued support. How are you? It's good to see you. Been a hot minute. How have you been? Yeah, I could be better, my friend, but never mind. It happens. A lot of working and working out. Nice. I mean, slowly, unfortunately. It's taking its time. You've not been around, so you probably don't know. We lost Lulu 2 weeks ago. And, yeah, it's been difficult. Getting there slowly, but yeah. Oh, you did see on Discord. Oh, okay. I couldn't remember if you were part of the group or not. Oh, thank you for the kind words. Yeah, it's getting there. The vet, do you know what? I was really surprised yesterday. The vet actually sent us a card. Yeah, the vet sent us a card. It was kind of nice of them. Says, with our sincere condolences on your loss of your dear friend and companion, and in their own writing, they were thinking of you during this time of loss. We know Lulu will be greatly missed from all of us at insert name of vets here. So, yeah, it was yeah, it was quite a nice card. It was very nice of them. Don't expect cards when you lose a. I mean, I don't expect cards anyway, but it was just a nice surprise. Yeah, it made both me and Sunny cry. we didn't expect it. Sunny was like, just when you think you're getting, you know, you're kind of like you're getting there, and then someone gut punches you with a card like that. It's like, it's sweet. It's really nice that they did that. You've been keeping well, Nat? You said you're working and working out. You're getting your summer bod already. Well, it's summer now, isn't it? So, did you get your summer bod ready? surprised this truck's doing as well as it is. First gear. I mean, it's got 8 gears actually, so yeah. Not really kept the same weight, but I did start swimming too. Been trained for like 5 times a week now for a few months. Oh, awesome! 5 times a week swimming. That's definitely a lot more than what I've been doing. Swimming's great training. It is. I've not been swimming since I was a teenager, so I've probably not been in about 20 years now. So yeah, it's been quite a while since I've been swimming. I mostly prefer my extreme sports, but I've not done any of that in many years either now. No, that sounds awesome though. 2 times a week swimming and 3 times a week in the gym. Dude. You sound like a freaking powerhouse. I mean, that amount of working out, you're definitely not going to lose weight. You're obviously going to gain it, but that'd be muscle mass though, won't it? So just don't overdo it. Sunny worked out that she's been running at least 28 miles in a week. So she does she's been doing 2 10 miles and 2 lots of 4. And she wondered why she's like, her calves have been really hurting her. So you need to tone it down, you're doing too much. I've actually lost a bit. Oh, good. Barely eat, to be honest, so I don't gain anything. I need to eat like twice the amount I'm eating now. With that amount of training you will do, won't you? You need to put the fuel back in. So yeah. Source, semi-trailer, target, the Pacific. There we go. Alright, I'm gonna just leave this here for the time being. Get that other one done. So I need Forrester's house. Who's Forrester? Is that the one that was over here? Yeah. Forrester needs 1 lot. So I can just go up and around. That's a nice quick one. So it just needs 1 lot. Cargo management. No, not in there. In here, thank you. Used to work out and sport a lot, lost all your muscles off the past. Yeah, muscle degradation happens so quickly. Sunny noticed that when she had to take 2 weeks off of running when she had her surgery. Yeah, it only takes a week before you start noticing that your muscle density starts to degrade pretty quickly. Used to be 20 kg heavier as well. Wow. I don't know how much I weigh, and I don't really want to know. I don't really care. I know I'm overweight. I just don't have it in me mentally to do anything about it at the moment. One day I'll wake up and go, wait. Yeah. I don't eat a lot of junk food. I just don't eat all the right stuff, you know? But whatever. Don't care. I really couldn't give a toss about it at the moment. I've got other things to worry about. And you can pull me through the slit of a mailbox and so thin. Oh, wow. I mean, as long as you don't eat only not right stuff, you're fine. I mean, well, that's it, isn't it? I mean, I've got the typical body physique of someone that works at a desk. You know, I've got a bit of a belly. My legs are fine. My arms are fine. It's just my belly I've got. But that happens. I don't do enough moving around. I eat all the right stuff and whatnot. We have fresh meals every day, so a lot of fruit. Not a lot of veg. We have meat and veg. We have it's like courgettes, broccoli, onions, tomatoes. What else do we have? Carrots, cabbage, courgettes. That's what I was thinking of, courgettes. You also got a bit of a belly, not much arms, but I still drink beer and eat a lot of burgers and pizza. See, we gave up pizzas and stuff like that because of Sunny's diet. She's a celiac, so everything has to be gluten free. I mean, she's severe case celiac, so you know any bit of gluten, even when harvesting, which you know it's harvest season, there's wheat everywhere, that affects her quite a bit. So the gluten-free options when it came to sort of like pizzas is not great at all. I mean, the ones we did, like the Goodfellas, do an actual decent gluten-free pizza, but they're so expensive. They're so expensive, so we just don't get pizzas anymore. We make our own burgers now. Yeah. So we very, very, very rarely have processed food. Very rare that we'll have processed food. And it's expensive. Yeah, well, gluten-free food in itself is expensive, isn't it? It's so overpriced compared to something else. Just because it's gluten-free, they whack the price on it like something stupid. And most gluten-free stuff is not really that great for you either, because it's just sort of like preservatives and a lot of sugar and things like that in it sort of make up for it, which is not great. So if we buy gluten-free stuff like biscuits and crisps and things like that, it's quite rare that we do, because a lot of the stuff we cook is fresh. And it tastes like ass, pardon my French. I guess it depends on the brands you get. I don't mind a lot of the gluten-free stuff, like biscuits and crisps and pasta. You know, I actually prefer, I've been eating gluten-free pasta for such a long time now, well, since I've been with Sunny, that I prefer the gluten-free pasta over standard pasta. I had standard pasta a couple of weeks back, and I'm like, this feels really chewy, like, and dense, whereas the gluten-free stuff isn't. Which is nice. I kind of prefer it. I started gluten-free stuff for a while and never liked any of it. That's fair. Some stuff can be quite nasty, can be quite bland. That's mostly a lot of the processed stuff. Like if you get a gluten-free, let's say microwave dinner or something like that, they're pretty nasty. They're quite horrible. I wouldn't recommend you buy any gluten-free pre-made meals. Make it yourself. So much better when it's fresh. I had to do a test to see if I'm a celiac at some point and try gluten-free stuff. It was horrible. Yeah, a lot like some of the stuff is not quite nice, to be honest. I don't mind gluten-free cereal. Kind of prefer it. Actually, it's nice and crunchy. I like my cereal crunchy. The gluten-free bread can be hit and miss depending on the brand you get. Some stuff is nice and others isn't. Like the Warburton's gluten-free stuff is actually pretty decent. But the go-free stuff isn't that great because it tends to be free of everything. So it's got no milk in it. It's got no wheat in it. It's just got nothing in it. They call it go-free because it is literally for vegans and celiacs and whatnot. And it's horrible. And the go-free chocolate's horrible as well because there's no milk in it. It's, yeah, not my cup of tea. But we tend to try and stay away from stuff that is like free from everything because, yeah, some of the stuff that's you want a bit of cheese in it or something like that, and it's like been substituted with like tofu or something like that. It's like, no, thank you. I'm all good. Oh yeah, cooking saves us so much. Cooking ourselves, we save so much money. We're always cooking. We cook our own meals. The only time we don't cook our own meals is if Sunny has to go away, which she does quite a lot to like babysit for her sister. So that means Sunny's usually away for a weekend, and I'll just grab myself a pot noodle or something because I can still eat gluten fine, and I like a pot noodle every now and then. Just something easy like that. But that's sort of like once in a blue moon I'll do that. Because usually I'll Sunny buys me chicken mushroom pie or something like that I can you know, just go to town on with some with some chips. And you wouldn't even believe like the difference between sort of like McCain oven chips and like McCain gluten-free oven chips. It's just the way they're prepared. Some of them have been sort of like pre-cooked in, you know, an oil that's got gluten in it, or if you get the stuff that's been prepared with rapeseed oil, then there's no difference in them at all in the slightest. Little change in taste, but you really don't notice it. Plus, we make a lot of our own chips as well. We'll get bacon potatoes and cut them up into wedges. That way we can flavour them how we like, which is what we do quite often, to be honest. What am I doing? I need to go to Lake Island now, don't I? With 3 logs. I was going to say potatoes are gluten-free, right? Yeah, of course they are, yeah. It's just how they're put, like, if you buy like like I said, I'm using McCain oven chips as an example because they're just like, they're big brands now and most people know them. Is their chips are sort of like, but they may be coated in some kind of breadcrumb, or they may have been like battered already. So, you know, batter is to make batter you use flour. In that, so but you can get a gluten-free flour, of course, and there's really no difference. And to be honest, some of the cakes that Sunny has made with like gluten-free flour have been phenomenal. Sunny makes the best gluten-free cakes. You wouldn't even know it was gluten-free. In some cases, when she's made like a gluten-free cake for her sister or brother-in-law, and they've turned around and said, if you hadn't have told us this was gluten-free, we wouldn't have noticed it was gluten-free. It's all about the ratios on sort of like egg to milk and the flour you use. Yeah, we make our own battered chicken. Like if I'm doing sweet and sour chicken, I'll batter the chicken. It's really easy as well. I mean, sure, you can put a bit of you can get gluten-free self-raising flour as well, which is nice if you're like making pancakes or anything like that. It's something you want to rise. You can add a bit of xanthan gum in it as well if you want to sort of you batter the chicken, poor bastard. I need to eat that git, don't I? So yeah, there's loads of substitutes out there, like, and you know, workarounds. You just gotta know what you're doing with them, really. Just finding a ratio. It is a massive, like, massive learning lesson kind of thing. I've got 50% freight, 50% fuel in there. Okay, cool. So I can get that out of there and refuel up there. Oh, way more fuel in there than what I imagined I had. Okay, cool. I can stay there for now. Oh, Norton's house. Did I just deliver to Norton? Oh, I just delivered to there. Oh, Norton needs long logs. Okay, we're going to ignore Norton for now. Been a while since I had a full stuffed chicken in the oven. We eat most meat because this is a beef farm that they run, so they do prefer their beef. I'm not a big fan on beef, but I'll eat it if it's put on my plate. I'll eat it. I won't say no to it. That wouldn't be rude. But I do prefer chicken, if I'm honest. I am more of a white meat guy than red meat. Beef over chicken anytime for you. Fair enough. Fair enough. A lot of people prefer beef, the flavour of it and the texture and whatnot. I'm not a big fan of it, if I'm honest. But, you know, if I'm sat at the same table as you and you eat beef and I eat chicken, it's like, you eat you do what you want. It's not going to roast me out or anything. Eat what you want to eat. What was I going to do? 3 medium logs to Lake Island. So that is there. I'm just trying to think, is there a better way of doing this? Medium logs. Depends on the cut and what kind of meat. Well, yeah, there is that too, isn't it? You know, some people like their sirloin steaks, or they like their rumps or whatever. You know, Lake Island. Is there any logs here? There is a logging station right here. That does medium logs. Okay, cool. I can just drive there then, can't I? And then deliver down to the lumber mill. That's nice and simple. I don't need to drag anything with me then, do I? There's 3 lots of medium logs though, so I do need to drag the trailers with me. Or do I? I can sell them up and then pick them up down here. It doesn't mean I'll go back up there, no. I'll come down and go back up. I thought I'd go past the trailer place, so I might sell them and go back down and grab them here. I'll do that. It might be easier. We had some Irish sirloin on the barbecue last week. It was so good. Fair enough. I love a barbecue chicken breast. Put a chicken breast on a barbecue. I love that charred taste. It's good. Charred living crap out of that thing. Bit of barbecue sauce on it. Nom, 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 nom. Making myself hungry. So I need to go there. So okay, so what I'm doing is I'm going to drag these. I didn't even need to do the 3 trailers here. So the 2 trailers. Let's sell them both. Think of my eye. Yes, I know it's my finger. Favorite part of the chicken? The breast. Damn right, it's where all the meat is. Convince me otherwise. What am I doing? I'm getting myself buffled. Getting myself hungry is what I am. Punch the desk while you're at it. Right, let's grab that trailer. That one. Just refuel before we start. Wasted nearly quite a bit just doing that. Change the time of day. There we go. Pulling a whole train. Yep. Well, I need to deliver 3 lots of medium logs, and I didn't want to have to do it all in one. Like, I didn't want to have to like keep loading and unloading logs and whatnot. So I figured if I grab 2 trailers and then drag a trailer, that's 3 lots. Can do it all in one go. But I've grabbed them too early. Well, I grabbed the 3rd one too early, or the 2nd one, the one I'm dragging. I didn't need it here. I forgot there was actually a logging station in said map that I need to go to, so I'm going to sell both these trailers so I don't have to drag them all through the maps. That's where I need to go. It's a waste of fuel. Can't wait for this to flip. But we're going to Lake Island, so there's not many. I say there's not many places to flip. There is actually, but I don't think there's any bridges for me to get stuck on there, so I should be okay. Got to get them down to the logging factory. So we'll see. I've not flipped today yet, so don't jinx it. I mean, I did get stuck in the quarry, but I didn't flip. Mind you, trying to flip the P16 would be difficult. It is possible to flip it, obviously. Just drive off the side of the cliff and just roll down. There you go, flipped. But that's not how I flip things. I flip things because I'm trying to do something I shouldn't be doing. Plus, logging is so slow as well. I find with logging you get stuck more than tipping with logs. Don't you dare high center on there. That fuel tank is very close. In fact, that fuel tank is actually dragging. See the track marks. I'm gonna have to winch myself off. Makes you wonder why they put the fuel tanks so low. Like if they were above the wheels, like clearance wise, which sure be a pain in the butt to fill, but it would give you so much more clearance, wouldn't it? I mean, no winch is possible. Kind of hoping that would and we're out. Didn't expect to get stuck there. There we go. Sorted. On the road again. 3.5 hours and not flipped. I will take that. Never say never. I don't know if I'm going to get all these logging quests done actually today. I was hoping to because I wanted to take tomorrow off. Just want to take a day to myself. Have a nice long weekend. Now it's raining, so we're just going to slide everywhere. Whee! Look at that. Trailer just goes around the corner. Long logs shouldn't be too bad. Norton's house is going to be a pain in the ass to get long logs too, but long logs to Lake Island shouldn't be too problematic. Right, let's sell these because they are stupidly expensive, and I don't need them just yet. 14 grand for one. Nearly 30k for two of them. Not dragging 30k around. There we go. Alright, now we're going to make our way over to Lake Island. Oh, without destroying our engine would be nice. Oh, it's nice to see that today. Right, it's down there, isn't it? I do got to go through the swamp. That's what you want to call it. Not too fussed about fuel because once we get through the tunnel, there will be fuel there. Or is this going to bring me out at the other side of the map? I remember which side of the map this brings me out at. Back into low gear then because we are spinning. We should put some logs on just to give me a bit more traction, but I'm kind of okay actually. I may have broken the audio track. What do you do to it? I wonder if there's a difference in the audio quality, like compared to the Twitch VOD or the YouTube VOD. Tried to normalize levels, but it didn't show any progress, so I did it again and again. The software caught up and boosted like 200%. Nice. Oh, I do like it when software does that. Not. Need to take a drink. You think you downloaded the mod from YouTube? I mean, they should be identical, really, because they were both going through Restream, weren't they? So, the problem with Restream is that you don't get the separate audio tracks. But you can do them, but they just won't go through. They go through to the Restream, and then it's all just the same. Kind of why I want to try and set OBS up to do it myself. You know, I know you can do that, but got to set OBS up properly. Got to uninstall it and then rebuild everything. Just got to find a motivation to do that. May have reassigned stuff on OBS as well. I like building stuff in there. Yeah, I need to look at sort of normalizing my audio, because my audio to me sounds fine. But obviously there is a problem because the like on stream, because the VODs are quiet for some reason compared to me. Like the game or whatever I'm doing is quiet, which is strange. Shouldn't be that way. The only thing I can think of is one of the audio tracks that I've got things set to is quieter than it is, but then that should still come through on stream unless it's going through the VOD. Is the audio level normal in OBS? The system volume isn't. I do have that down low because if I have that up normal, people say it's far too loud. Which I don't understand why it would be. Gonna fart. You have your audio separate before it goes into OBS. I mean, mine kind of is, because I can adjust my system volume. Like on my Go XLR, my system volume is at 50%, and that affects just my headphones. It doesn't affect OBS or anything else. It just affects my headphones. So what OBS is taking in is a different, like it's taking in. Have you got Go X? Yeah. So my Go XLR for my system volume at the moment is at 40%. So if I was to turn this up to 100%, it's really loud. See, that is really loud to me, but it's made no difference to the stream. So I can adjust this on the fly. See, now that's muted now on my end for my headphones, but stream, you guys should still be able to hear that music in the game. This is where you tell me, no, we actually heard that volume change. And I'm like, what? There's no change. Yeah, there shouldn't be. See, if I turn OBS up to 100%, like the system volume for OBS, so that's everything. That's game, music. Not my microphone, no. So if I turn this back up to, that's now maxed out. That's OBS maxed out, and yet that only went up. That only changed 15 decibels, but a lot of people say that's really loud for some reason. You hear that change? Yeah. I mean, people are saying that's. I mean, I can keep that as it is and just adjust the volumes elsewhere, but don't really want to. I'd rather keep the game volumes and whatnot all at the same level rather than having to go into them, because not every game sounds is the same volume, you know. Because a lot of time when I've had the volume at this level system, people say they can't hear me over the game. I'm like, okay. Can you change it on your Go XLR? What, the system volume? I mean, yeah, but I can't change it in OBS on my Go XLR. I don't have all the inputs set up that way. I mean, is the system volume at the moment too loud compared to me now? Yeah, a bit. So yeah, that's the problem I have. So I just whack it down to about minus 10. Yeah, minus 10.8 dB is what I have it at. You have separate tracks in OBS for everything. Yeah, see, I tried that, but I could never get it to work. I used to have like a separate audio track for like when I loaded a game in. Like when I was capturing a game, it had the audio track for that. But for some reason, it broke somewhere along the lines, and I never could get it working again. So I just will ask her. I'll just pump everything through the system, because that works. But it's I only changed everything to minus 10. That's not much in the grand scheme of things, so it shouldn't really make the VODs shouldn't be quiet. I can help you since I know you have a Go XLR and make it easier. Yeah, when I can get my head around things, and want to sit down and sort everything out properly, get everything running properly again. Because I did also, before we moved here, I had everything all set up. I had different audio tracks and whatnot. But for whatever reason, when we moved and I set everything back up again, it just hasn't been the same. So I do need to just sort of like change it all again. I don't have all-wheel drive, no wonder I'm struggling. Need 3 medium logs. So I need 2 trailers. 1 back and 1 to drag. This is not the trailer place. I've gone to the wrong one. Trailer store's over there. I like having a mixing software that came with your mic, so separate everything in there and then route those to. I get you. Yeah, I'd love to have separate tracks and like tracks. What I really want to do is I really want to set up that you know, if when I'm playing stuff like Destiny and whatnot, like, and I just want to listen to my own music and not have to worry about being copyrighted. So I can listen to copyright music and it won't be on the VOD. Every time I tried to set that up, I just couldn't get it working. Like the separate audio tracks. For whatever reason, just couldn't get it to work. I copied so many, like, I went through so many different tutorials and whatnot, all with the same premise, but yeah, I just couldn't get it to work for some reason. Obviously, I was doing something wrong, but I couldn't figure out what I was doing wrong. Detach. Yep. Yeah, it's just annoying that I've got this like really cool piece of tech on my desk and I'm just not using it to its full potential, you know? It's like just a glorified DAC. You didn't see that. That wasn't a truck, so it's fine. Alright, we're going up there, so I need to follow this route around there. And I'll loop back around. If you're ready to think of it, let me know, and I'm happy to help with it. Appreciate it. It'll probably be after harvest and after the summer when I want to just tinker with it. At the moment, I don't want to do anything. It's just too hot. And with the harvest going on as well, it's difficult to sort of think with the combine outside my window. So yeah, it'll be a few weeks. It may even be like towards the end of August, I imagine, that I will be able to sort of sit down and start tinkering things. So make a mental note, Dragon, or make a note somewhere to remind me in say like 4 weeks or so to revisit this conversation. If you could, that'd be great. If not, I will do it myself in a little while. But I'll put myself a reminder for next month. I'll be like, why have I got a reminder on my phone to sort out my audio? to be fair, I probably should sort it out before then, really. So, like, any more stuff that we put on the YouTube channel is working. So, yeah, we should probably sort it sooner or later, actually. Sooner than later, sorry. Because if I do end up doing Project Zomboid next week, I'm gonna want to have the audio. I'm gonna want to have the audio sorted, so you don't have to, like, if you do end up clipping things or do decide to think it's YouTube worthy, gonna want the audio properly, aren't we? I'm gonna make a mental note of it. If I can get these logs done today, like finish these logs off today, and I'll take tomorrow off, and tomorrow's not as hot, we'll do it tomorrow. Because we are due thunderstorms, which means there will be no combining, obviously. But we're not too sure if they're actually going to hit us or yet not. So, yeah. Make sure that I should pull that other truck closer, actually. Trailer. Yeah, I do actually think having sort of like music game input for when I'm using capture card, which is very rare nowadays. I use my capture card. So I think the three main ones I use are actually on there at the moment, which is music, which I don't even use, my line in, my system, and my microphone. But I think the main ones I would probably use, like if I could reroute all game sounds, like have game on a different input, music on a different input, system on a different input, and then my microphone. 'Cause then I can, I can mix all four of those. Not so much my microphone. Microphone's fine. My microphone says 100%, so it's just in case I need to mute myself quickly for whatever reason I can. Mic, game alerts, and you have yours as oh crap! I'm not even watching where I'm going this one. Mic, game, alerts, music. I've really got myself stuck here now, haven't I? If I carry on going, that's gonna. Well, browser and system. Drag myself over a bit. There we go. Voice chat in case I collab with people on Discord. Who put a freaking... Okay. Just a carcass of a lorry there. As you do. Yeah, I probably should have Discord on one of them. I suppose if I had the line in out on there, So I think if I had it on my 4 main sliders, I'd probably keep my microphone on there. I'd want system, sounds, music. But then I'd have one for Discord as well, but I'd swap that out with my microphone when I don't need to use it. Like when I don't need to mute myself and whatnot. I mute myself on my stream stream deck anyway, so I suppose I don't really need the microphone one on there. Oh look, there's fuel there. I don't remember putting that there. Cool. Medium logs. Trailer. Release the winch. Attach the trailer. You have 7 tracks. Not sure if you can, like, I mean, well, they've got 4 sliders, isn't there? And then you can have like multiples on them on different so you got like A, B, and C. So technically you've got what or you could have 12 tracks, couldn't you? Yeah. Cargo management, load. Engines are there. Right, okay. Let's deliver all of these. These need to go down to here. But I think our best route is to stay on the main track. Unless I go back the way I came. Because I can. I just do a circle and go back the way I came and then just down to... No, because I don't want to go across here. Because this is... I will flip here. I always flip here. So I'm not going that way. I'm going to go this way. So let's take that off. We're going to go along to here. Try and get around there. I was thinking about going through here and going down there, but that is going to be really boggy and I don't want to get stuck there. So I'm going to try and stay on the main path to there. And then drop off point there. 64%. I should probably There's a tanker here. I'm going to refill. I mean, I don't mind if we've got loads of tracks, like separated. I just want it to be obviously easier to, you know, adjust levels on the fly, whether it's the game, music, or whatnot. And obviously, the tracks in OBS as well. So if any editing needs doing and whatnot, then it's easier for yourself or anybody else that ends up, you know, editing for me. I'd rather try and make their job as easy as possible, you know. Obviously it'd be easier if I could record to my system at the same time, but at the moment I am having a bit of issues with that because my system is lacking in some areas, depending on the type of game, obviously. Need to do that. Okay. I guess so. Should probably put myself in low gear actually because we don't want any accidents. We're gonna go slow. Got any problems with Zomboid? Oh no, I didn't think I would. I was just thinking about like later on down the line with anything else that may be a bit more heavy. And I do need to get more storage as well. I know I've got like, I think I said I got a terabyte left on my drive, which is kind of like more than enough, but yeah, I do need to get more external storage at some point. What I'd love to get is an external storage that I can put all my media on, like my movies and music and whatnot, so they're on a separate NAS. So that's what I want to put them on. Want to put them on a NAS. Game drive is almost full. My game drive is always full. I've got to remove some stuff to put some other stuff on. Obviously. What else am I going to put on there? It's a 2 terabyte. Damn. I've only got a 1 terabyte for my game drive. My storage drive, though, that everything goes on, like recordings and whatnot. That's all my drawings and past streams and whatnot. That's a 8 terabyte. It does need cleaning up, though. 2 terabyte SSD. Damn. Nice. Ooh. This road is not nice. I kind of went overboard with this build. Hey, sometimes you gotta go overboard, haven't you? It's serving you well as well, isn't it? You got that last year, didn't you? I think. Or at the beginning of this year, you had a laptop, didn't you? That you were trying to play Destiny on. Oh crap, oh crap. You really don't want to flip here. Trying to turn into it so I don't fall. I don't remember now. Fine. Making sure that that trailer was as close as possible so the turning circle wouldn't be as big. It's just like it made that corner actually. If I'd left that long, it would have come in and hit it. Sticking automatic for a minute should be okay. Sometimes I feel like it's not using its full performance. Especially when I render videos. I mean, that could be due to you've not allocated enough cores or memory to it, like your memory cache. I had that problem with Premiere Pro was really slow for me, and then I allocated it more processor cores and memory, and moved its cache as well, so it wasn't on the same drive as the rendering files, and that sped it up quite a bit. It's weird, stuff like Premiere Pro, the more you can separate the files, like have them on different drives, the quicker it runs, because it's not bogging down one drive. So let's say, for example, I've got my recordings on my C drive, which I don't, but let's say, for example, they're on my C drive. My D drive would be my cache, where it, you know, it's where it stores all its temporary files, and then it outputs to my E drive. So no one drive gets absolutely bogged down when you're trying to like skim through things or anything like that. Having them all on having different drives allocated and having one drive dedicated to your cache, it can make a huge difference. That might be the problem. Maybe I should allocate the cache to your SSD. Yeah, whichever drive you've got is whatever drive is the quickest and has got plenty of space on. Give it to that, because I've got a I put my cache on an SSD. And yeah, I mean, that's what I just said is essentially my workflow when I have been editing in the past. I'm not editing over a year now because I've not actually produced any drawings to edit. But that's what I did. I would leave my recordings on one drive, cache on a second drive, and then the output to my third drive. I have 360 gigabytes left, so it might be fine. Oh, yeah, it should be more than enough. I mean, you can limit the size of that anyway. If you are using Premiere, you can limit the size of your cache, like how much it takes up anyway, so don't worry too much. I think you can limit so it only uses 100 if you wanted to limit it. You don't have to limit it if you don't want to, but it is ideal that you do, because then once it gets to a certain size, it will purge older files. You can even set it up to like say when to purge the files, like when to empty those cached files. Like you can say, I'll do it every 2 weeks or whenever. I mean, ideally, you don't want to do that if you want to keep your records. Like, if you have something goes wrong and you need to access backups or whatever, that's what the caches are there for, really. You can recover a lot of stuff from them, but if you're not overly fast or you don't have the space to do that, then yeah, delete them. DaVinci, but I can do that in there as well. Okay, yeah, I was gonna say DaVinci's quite. It almost runs the same as Premiere, doesn't it? It's just a bit more user friendly, I'd say. We are guzzling gas. Petrol. Fuel. Go juice. Yeah, once we get back to the mainland here, it shouldn't be as bad. Well, it won't be as boggy as this. Still keep it in low gear though, because I don't want to go flying. You render on your GPU anyway. That's good. You should really use your GPU for rendering, to be fair. Especially if you're not doing anything at the same time. If you're trying to play games while rendering, it's a bit silly. But if you know, you're walking away from your PC and you're rendering, yeah, give it all the resources it needs to get the job done. And I guess it also depends on what you're encoding in as well, isn't it? If you're encoding in H.264, then you know, use your CPU. But if you're using anything else, you really should be using your GPU. Encoders are so much superior. I mean, it won't be long before we'll start be using AV1 at some point. That would be nice. Smaller file sizes, but with the quality of big ones. Next time you render when you're cooking. Yeah, my videos, my art videos didn't take very long. I think the longest it took, probably about 10 minutes. It's just like a minute video or something like that. Can't wait for Twitch to integrate AV1. It's going to be a huge difference. I mean, at the moment, I am using Twitch's new, well, OBS's new, is it multi-encoder? Stream output. Stream, yeah, multi-track. That I'm using. I've been using that for the last 2 weeks. Which is funny because my bit rate, like my upload bit rate is 10,000, but that's because it's doing multiple encodes at the same time. So you get like low quality, something like, I don't know, 460 or whatever, and then it does all the steps. So that takes the load off of Twitch and leaves it down to us. I mean, it's a lot, but it's not really added that much to my CPU in terms of load. Like, I think my load's like at 20% most of the time. I've been trying that out, and it's been, I mean, I've not noticed any issues on my end, but it's just for like other people who are potentially on lower. I have been lately because I've been having some issues with GPU drivers. Yeah, I don't know what it is, but my motherboard has been an absolute pain in the ass lately. It's just been causing all issues, and my GPUs just aren't running at full speed on the USB bus, whatever you call it, PCI lanes. So yeah, I've had to sort of like go back to using CPU encoding. I mean, my i9 9900K is a capable encoder. It's just showing its age a lot. And you probably wouldn't know that I'm doing it on it at the moment either. Because for some reason, there is the recording and encoding on GPUs, especially like NVIDIA, like HV, NVENC or whatever you want to call it. You know, it's supposed to have like its own dedicated video memory for it, so you can still game and record, it's like encode at the same time without it taking a hit to the game. That doesn't work for me. I take a hit for some reason.
And I've had that with my last GPUs. My 3070 was like that. My previous 4070 before that broke was like that, and this one's like that as well. So I just don't get full performance out of it. So the only thing I can think of is it is something to do with my motherboard processor. It's causing problems. And I don't know what it is. Whether it's just old or my motherboard's just being a pain in the ass, acting like a teenager and not behaving like it should. Oh, I'm so glad. I didn't think we were going to clear that. But yeah, I do need a full platform rework. But yeah, it's going to be a while before that happens. You got an AMD Ryzen 7900X 12-core processor, 4.7 gigahertz, so possibly you can do that if I wanted to. Oh yeah, you could do that easy with that. 7900X is a really capable CPU. I mean, I've been looking at like the numbers on paper and whatnot, and a lot of them say like the matchup between my CPU and my GPU, there is about a 10-15% bottleneck. But I'm almost sure in my case, for whatever, it's more than that. No doubt, there's more. It is more than that, and I think that's something to do with my motherboard. Because I can't, even though my motherboard says it supports backwards compatibility 4th gen M.2 drives. I put an M.2 drive in Gen 4, but it had Gen 3 compatibility to motherboards. Do you think it would work on my motherboard? Nope. My motherboard couldn't even detect it. My motherboard wouldn't even turn on with that thing plugged into it. And I thought it was the M.2 port. I thought it was the port. So I tried it in another port, and nope, still the same. I even got in contact with the manufacturers, and they're like, we don't know anything about that. So they weren't much help. It's just, yeah. I know what I'll do. I mean, if and when I can do the platform swap, it probably will be with AMD. Or what I will do with this one, I will probably use the parts to create a dedicated encoder. Because my capture card's not doing anything, so I might as well use it to create a small PC. Say small PC, it's a full bloody, this motherboard's full size. I mean, it still works and whatnot, it's just, yeah, not great. But having a dedicated motherboard and processor to encode for me would take a massive load off the gaming PC, definitely. You're glad you went with AMD. Yeah, I think AMD's just a choice now, isn't it? Especially with what Intel's pulling. I was reading about it the other day. I just couldn't believe they're still selling those chips. Unbelievable. Is this the drop-off point? Yep. Turn that off. They laid off a lot of people. Everyone is. I couldn't believe the news yesterday. Bungie laying off like 17% of their workforce. It's like, what? That's a lot of people. For a company that size, that is a lot of people. Couldn't believe it. Especially like, I don't want to say it's, as you know, it's quite close to the Sony acquisition of Bungie, but you know, I still think that, yeah, that wouldn't have been a problem. 270 or something like that. Something like that, yeah. It was a ridiculous amount. So stupid. Right. Long logs. I think I need to get long logs here, don't I? Long logs times 1 there. Drummond Island. Let's have a look at Drummond Island. We can get long logs from Drummond Island, but where do they need to go though? Where I just came from. So, I mean, I could go from long logs from here through to Gateway to Island Lake. And I think this one brings me out. Wrong map. Over here. So I'd have to get those logs all the way along through here to there. So that's not bad. That's not a bad route, to be honest. Gonna grab some food. Yeah, sure, no problem, dude. No problem. So the P12 is here. We're done with the medium logs, so I can sell those. It's the long logs. Okay, let's sell these. Don't need the P12 anymore. I'm gonna sell them because they're really expensive. We don't need them. Not now, anyways. Be careful here. I've not flipped all day. I do not want to flip here. Trailers don't count. Amazing how well the P12 handles without a bloody great crane on the back of it tipping it over. I flip that all the time. That was very top heavy though, wasn't it?
apparently there's a log there. This has been quite the fuel consumption journey. Nearly 350 litres round trip. Why are we going so slow? What's that? Like something just snagged the back of it. Ain't got time for this. Attach the trailer. Oh wait, no, I'm trying to sell what's on the back of me. I need to attach that to sell it. There we go. Put over here. Really? What do you mean it's too far away? Don't give me that crap. You just don't want to be sold, do you? Have it. I think I'm just going to park this here for now. I should put the handbrake on. Right, so we need long logs here and long logs up to Norton's, which is in the dam. Norton over here wants long logs too. I can only get long logs from Black River. Is long logs. I didn't mean to go on. How the hell did I do that? Mean to do that? Global map. Yeah, long logs from here. Or long logs from Drummond. So I should probably long logs from here. I'm wondering if forgot it was this late. Yeah, I think I'm going to call it there because it is really hot now and I want to get out of this office. So I'm going to do long logs over tomorrow or Monday. I will let you. I've not discovered that yet either. Should really go do that at some point. I'll let you know if I'm around tomorrow, Dragon, to sort audio out. I should really do it, but see what the temperature's like, and yeah, we may have to do it early. But yeah, I'll give you a poke or something tomorrow. Yeah, I'm gonna take tomorrow off, ladies and gents. Just because I've got things to do in the background that I really need to do, and I don't have time to do it over the weekend. So yeah, tomorrow I'm gonna take a day off to myself and just sort of sort crap out, really. And yeah, I will hopefully see you all on Monday, hopefully with Project Zomboid. We'll see. Otherwise, if I'm not in the mood for that still, it'll be more SnowRunner, obviously. But yeah, thank you all for hanging out.
What is early? Oh, who knows? 10, 11 o'clock maybe? For lunch. It'll be way before lunch while it's cool. Like I said, I don't know what the temperature's like for tomorrow. Actually, let's have a quick check. What is the temp tomorrow? Let's have a quick spell. Apparently it's 21 today. It doesn't feel like 21. It feels like more than that. I bet it's more than that out there. What's my phone saying actually? It's already the 1st of August today. Wow. That came around quick, didn't it? Yes, it says 25 out there, but it feels way, way, way hotter than that. Tomorrow's gonna be even hotter. Saturday's gonna be cooler, 23 with rain. So around 12 is news view. Probably, yeah. I'll give you a poke, dude. If it's not too hot here, I'll give you a poke. And yeah, I mean it shouldn't be as hot in my office because I won't be streaming, so it won't be as much heat, and I'll have my doors and windows open. So there is that. So yeah, I'll give you a poke tomorrow, and we'll go through some stuff. But I'll let you know if I don't though. We'll see what happens. But yeah, thank you all for hanging out. Really appreciate it. That's me done for the week. I will see you on Monday. Have an awesome weekend, whatever you get up to. And as always, thanks so much for the bits, tips, subs, resubs, follows, and just being well. Awesome as always. You take care. Look after yourself. Look after one another. And yeah, I'll see you later. Have a good one. Bye for now.